Alright, good day everyone. So I'm your teacher in physical education and health. So my name is Roberto Dumapig Almero, and I included here the two numbers of mine. So if you have questions or clarifications to our discussion to be discussed later on, just text or call in these two numbers. So our objective for today, first, is to identify what is managing stress through physical activity. And second is discuss how to manage stress through physical activity. This topic is intended for week 6. So practice direction, read and encircle the best answer. Okay. Just take a captured in it. Next. Alright, so now let's proceed to managing stress through physical activity. Stress and its characteristics. In the daily challenges of life, individuals often encounter discomfort, circumstances, and events that disturb one's physical, mental, and emotional states. The body's response to the discomfort its experiences is called stress. Stress is the body's way of reacting to an external stimulus, such as discomfort. It activates the sympathetic nervous system, which brings about a fight or flight response wherein cortisol and adrenaline is released into the bloodstream. These hormones stimulate your heart to pump faster, making your blood pressure rise. Your muscles start to contract, your breathing quickens, and your senses become more sensitive. These changes in your body caused by stress increases your stamina and strength, make you react quickly, and keeps you more focused. Stress affects all. It is part of one's life. The human body and its systems are equipped to respond to stress. Most of the events that happen to you and around you contribute stress to your body. The effects of stress differ for each individual based on their ability to adjust to certain changes from the environment and the people around them. Some are able to cope easily, but others have hard time. On the other hand, stress can be helpful, for it can help a person alert and set to avoid vulnerability. On the other hand, it becomes detrimental when a person is subjected to stress without relief or relaxation between situations. Stress-related tensions may build up and consume the person. A negative stress reaction is referred to as the stress. The stress triggers mental, emotional, and physical problems, and even worse, certain symptoms or diseases. Symptoms of stress are the following. First is nervousness, gets easily upset or moody. Second is overwhelming feeling and sometimes uncontrollable experience in relaxing the mind. Next is low self-esteem, loneliness, and feeling of being worthless. In mental, lack of focus, disturbed mind setting. In physical, weak and lesser strength, easily gets cold and infection, headache, upset stomach, including diarrhea and constipation. Next is loss of appetite. Next is aches, pains, tense muscles. Lastly is sleeplessness. Coping with stress through physical activity. Stress is inevitable and eliminating it entirely from one's life is possible. Changes in daily events are beyond any person's capacity. However, one's reaction to stressful changes can be managed. Regular exercise is sometimes done to cope with stress. Spending time with friends or family, sleeping, watching movies, as well as listening to music also work. These coping techniques are said to be of help, but most health professionals recommend participation and engagement in physical activity and exercise as preferred strategy. Many of the physical symptoms of stress can be managed through physical activity. Physical activity is defined as any bodily movement that works your skeletal muscles and physical skills that requires strength and energy expenditure. This includes any immersion performed throughout the day by walking, running, dancing, swimming, yoga, and gardening are a few examples of physical activities. Type of physical activities. First is aerobic. Light to moderate intensity physical activity that requires more oxygen than sedentary behavior and thus promotes cardiovascular fitness and other health benefits. An example, weight-bearing exercises like jumping rope, cycling, swimming, running, playing football, basketball, or volleyball. Second is anaerobic exercise, high-intensity physical activity that is done in a short duration of time, requiring high energy. Anaerobic activities are strength-based activities in the absence of oxygen. Example, sprinting during running, swimming, or cycling. Requires maximal performance during the brief period or a short period of time. Third is lifestyle. Physical activities which have been a part of our daily routine. Example, walking, climbing stairs, sweeping, or rocking the yard, which is usually light to moderate in intensity. Fourth one, we have physical activity, play. It is an intense play activity that requires substantial energy expenditure, example, playing tug or jumping rope. Fifth one is play. Simple and self-reflected activities with flexible rules for the purpose of enjoyment. Sixth one is sports. A physical activity requiring skills and physical prowess that is governed by set of rules and regulations that are often done in a competition. There are two categories of sports. Those are individual and team sports. Physical activities mechanism in coping with stress. Keeping your body physically active can help improve overall disposition, increase the release of endorphins, and offer meditations-like qualities. Exercise can also reduce the fight or flight response often triggered by the stress. Mood booster. Engaging in physical activity can improve moods and make us feel better, increasing self-confidence, thus reducing stress. Exercise can also improve our quality and ability to sleep, resulting in a fully rested body, which can definitely have a positive impact on our overall dispositions and cognitive function. Endocrine release. Participating in physical activity can result in an increase in endorphin levels. Endorphins are chemicals or neurotransmitter hormones that are secreted from the brain and nervous system. It activates the body's opiate receptors, thus it has analgesic properties that can make you feel good. It also gives a person the feeling of achievement and being in control. That is endorphin release. Mind stimulator. Exercise can be a form of meditation. While involved in an engrossing physical activity, we may find that we are concentrating strictly on the physical work. We tend to forget the problems and worries we have at present. With this, our mind is somehow freed and stimulated to work and find solutions to our stress. Reductions of fight or flight response. Stress, either big or small, activities are flight or fight response. In doing so, deluge our body with different hormones including cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. Oversecretions of these hormones is brought about by stress. Thus, must be controlled and returned to normal state. Otherwise, it could interfere with body functions leading to adrenal fatigue. Physical activity or movement metabolizes the hormones triggered by stress, processing these chemicals and returning them to normal levels. Once these hormones have been metabolized, the level of homeostasis improves, regulating the internal conditions of the body, thus bringing in a state of balance and stability. In this manner, we feel calm and ready to gear up and face the world once again. Okay, that's all for our discussion for today. And if you have questions, don't be ashamed to ask questions. Do call or text on the numbers that I was given in my previous slides, or else just browse in this link. And also, you have another option, which is comment down your questions in the comment box below. So, that's all for today, and I hope you learned something from our discussion. So, stay home, stay safe, and be healthy, everyone. God bless us all, and goodbye.